You're listening to As Told by Us.
A few months ago, we went and had a speaking event, and it seemed like women were very shocked that we've been friends for this long. And I remember someone asking, how guys, how is this even possible? How have you been friends for so long? And yeah, I think it's very important to just, as women, know the red flags. Like, you might be thinking this person is very close to you and they're your friend, but they secretly hate you.
Oh.
Yeah. But they secretly hate you, and knowing when to maybe let go of such a friendship. Yeah, and that's why we're talking about toxicity in friendships, particularly female friendships. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead. We've got a list. We've got lots to talk about. So we'll just hop in. So guys, red flags for female friendships.
It's the patriarchy. I blame the patriarchy.
It's a great place to start.
It's the patriarchy, because why are women pitted against each other to begin with? Like, why is it so difficult to believe that we could be friends for as long as we've been, and like we're still good friends?
Are you saying that it's men that pit us against each other?
It's the system.
Do you think that female friendships are different in like fully female environments versus when you introduce men into the picture? So, for example, girls that went to an all-girls school, does the friendship dynamic change when you guys come out of that environment?
Actually, I think so. I think when you're in school and there are no boys, you are closer, right? And you get to know each other. Now, when boys come, it becomes competition. Whereas before it was, oh, can I copy your homework? Oh, like there's a good camaraderie. There's lots of collaboration. There's lots of, let's eat together. What are you eating today? Let's go to the tuck shop type thing. Do you have $1? Then a boy comes and you both want the same person. Now it's like, oh, but your nose is too big. Oh, your forehead is like this. Oh, your dress doesn't look nice. Oh, you smile. Oh, my family is like this and like this, And I think boys bring out a nasty side, because then what that means is there can only be one winner. Chances are with the dude, there's probably two of you. You both won, because he probably wants the both of you anyway, right?
He's the winner.
He's the winner, you see? So here you are competing, and then also being secretive about it, right? Because I can't tell you that, remember that boy you liked, and I also liked him, and I couldn't tell you I liked him. So then I started making out with him anyway, but I can't tell you. You can't tell me either. So now we're both trying him in secret. So either way, he's still winning.
I think that whole scenario itself is probably a red flag itself. Because I think, just the moment that boys in your friendship changes the dynamic and you have that competitive vibe, I think that's a red flag. Because why?
Competition makes you better. Iron sharpens iron. Iron sharpens iron. You become a better person from
I feel like if you're going to say we're friends, that should definitely not happen. Like, why are we fighting over a guy?
Okay, what would happen? Oh, let's play this out just for a few minutes. Anisu, if I were at some point now dating an ex, and then I told you, oh, oopsies, look, I kind of made out with your man, the ex guy.
How did it get to oopsie though?
That's what happened.
No.
Just respond to the question. Kuti, what would you do?
Ex is too far. What if you both just like the same dude? No, it's nobody's ex, because ex you've gone too far. But if you both like the same person, and he likes you, he likes Nyesu, only one of you can have him.
But why is he also he's being messy because he's entered he knows that we're friends.
Yeah.
But one of you, whichever one, how do you have that discussion between the two of you to say which one of us, or is it none of us? Because you're my friend, none of us can have him. Or okay, I assume.
Yes, none of you can have him. He's messy.
Do you guys like see a guy and then like him?
See a guy like, wait, are we still talking
Like say for example, right? No, we're talking now, right?
Okay.
The four of us go somewhere, and then a guy comes and
you're like, ooh, he's 10 out of 10.
catches both Anesu and Chido's eyes. That's the scenario you're saying, right? Okay. Then
who gets the number?
why are we getting boys' numbers?
Okay, who gives the number?
That's why my question is: do you like see guys and really be like, oh my gosh, I like this
you
guy?
say he's attractive. Maybe say you meet him at like Jacaranda, and then you have a chat with him for a bit, and then you're like, like I want to talk to him after this.
You see, the red flag I'm getting here is, that type of person who's basically boy crazy.
Fair.
Because I think you have to be at that stage in your life to be, we're sitting as girls, all of a sudden there's a boy, oh my god, there's this boy. And now you're pursuing it. I think that's already the red
That's
flag.
red flag.
Why? And if you're both hands like that, where you're like literally on the prowl.
You can't
That's why I
be
said,
friends.
looking for people's numbers.
how are we competing? That's crazy.
Yeah, because for you to get there, a lot has to happen. It means you're both pursuing a man.
It's very wrong.
Red flag. Number one.
You are the red flag.
Hey there, lovely listeners. So listen, running a podcast in Zimbabwe is quite the journey. It requires resources. And when I say resources, I mean money, time, and effort. Wondering how you can support us? Well, we've got you covered with Inbucks. Or World Remit if you're on the other side of the world and you'd love to contribute. Our inbox number is 077 810 3171. Whether it's the cost of a cup of coffee or a virtual high five, every little bit of your support counts. Remember, supporting our podcast isn't about funding our caffeine addiction, though it is in part, but your support keeps our podcast alive and thriving and helps us create more content, ensuring that our laughter echoes through your devices. Thanks again for being part of our community and for listening.
Because normally maybe it would be a guy who came and showed interest in Anesu. And Chido sort of feels like, oh, why isn't he showing interest in me instead?
Fair.
Again.
Red flag.
Because essentially you are in a competitive space where you're like, okay, we're here and this guy's and you're thinking about, hey guys.
Okay, so
That's
just in
why
general.
like when I was introducing, that person hates you. They don't like you.
Yeah.
That person does not like you. If you have a friend who is going to be like, if she's seeing, I'm saying, oh, Amanda, her boyfriend is like this, and this, he gets her this. And then in my head, I'm thinking, no,
It should
I
be
want
like
that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It should be.
Oh, why? That's a red
Let me
flag.
talk about this though, just like 2 minutes. I say I like Amanda's man because he buys Amanda nice things. He takes her out. He's very romantic. I'm having a conversation with XYZ. Right? Instead of XYZ saying, I would also like a man like that. You want that specific man I just
Exactly.
said.
What is that?
Now that is the problem. Because I mean, it's fine to say, you know what, I want a man who also respects me the way Amanda's person respects me. I also want a man who, takes me out. I also want a man, like admiring the traits of the man rather than wanting the man. Because those are two different things. And I think the moment you start saying, okay, so I want that one, because essentially, also in your mind, you're thinking he's going to be the same with you, right? That's like the natural thought process. If he buys Amanda flowers, he will also buy me flowers, which I have learned does not happen, right? He won't be the same person with you.
Which you have learned.
How did you learn?
Story
Not learned from like personal experience. Learned from like, I've seen people, I've seen Hans go after a another person's person, right? Thinking that he will treat them the same. And then he doesn't, right? But here you are, you've messed up a friendship with Amanda, right? Just to get this person because you thought you're also deserving. And then that person turns around and he becomes a different person because you're also not Amanda, right? So you can't, the things Amanda would bring out of him, you might not be able to bring it out of him, although that is a conversation again. Why are we bringing things out of men?
I think it goes back to Anesa's point that still, because for me, those situations are never really about the guy. It's more of the, I want what she has. So I've even seen it. It's like this copycat thing where someone has a friend in quotation marks, and then slowly that friend wants your life to the extent where they want to be you and they want to copy you and they want to date who you are dating.
Yes.
And it's not so much to say that, oh, that guy, I like that guy for certain reasons, but it's just like, I want what you have because I feel like I deserve more than you.
Yeah.
So
You raise a good point because there was somebody, we put up a poll, was it a poll, a question box on Instagram with this question. And somebody responded saying, copying everything as is, be it clothes, etc., like too much adoring. But I think I would say it's more than adoring. I think it's an obsession.
Yeah.
To say like, I want to be like her. Like, I need to be, if not like her, I need to be better than her. I need to have better clothes. I need to take her man because he'd be better off with me. That kind of thing. Like,
So definitely, I think the first step is to see if your friend copies your shoes and your bags and your clothes and your hairstyle and everything, and then that person will also take your man. Right? Because I kind of think like it starts small. It doesn't start off with taking my man. It starts off with clothes.
Anessa may have the same jacket.
No, but I was about to say, here's what I was about to say. Alright. She's taking your man in this. Listen, what I wanted to say is it's also different, right? With the dynamics of the friendship. Because you might all have similarities because you're friends. All right. So you might also have similar tastes in things. All right. I was even saying just this morning, there's a bag Chido has that I said I want. All right. I said
flag.
I want it in that color, right? But Chido is my friend, so there's a chance that we're all going to have very similar tastes, but it won't be exact. It won't be like we're going to show up wearing matching outfits to places. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But you see, there's a difference between, oh, I like Chido's bag. I want a bag like that. And Chido brought a Birkin. Now it's your life's mission to get a Birkin because Chido has a Birkin. So it's a very subtle difference. And I think the copycat girl is those friendships where it's not 50-50, it's not like equal. They're looking at you as I don't know, higher. I think those are the problematic ones where it's like, oh, I want to copy you because I want to be like you, or it's like an aspiration, but you guys aren't in a friendship as equals. Because I think this was one of the answers we gave at the event that Anesu was talking about, where people were asking to say, you guys are a group of 4 friends. How does it not get like toxic and competitive? And I think it was Kuda who was like, well, one thing is like, we don't see ourselves as in competition with each other. Everybody is, doing their thing in their lane. And if you have your own things going on, it's easy. But then if you're the friend who's always, tagging along, who's, when you become so-and-so's friend, when you have like that character that's, out there, and then you have the other friend, but whose name no one remembers.
We talked about this in the group chat the other day, where we said girls want to play with girls that have more notoriety than them.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So that I am this person's friend. Like, I want to be identified as this person's friend. So that when I'm outside, they're like, oh, are you Kuda, Ningi's friend? And I'll be like, yeah, But like, because I don't have an identity, obviously, of my own, And to get one, right, I have to attach myself to somebody else who's a bit, who's higher, or who at least I view as higher. Because I was about to say something very controversial. I'm not sure I can. But I wanted to say the only reason you know Tanya, right, is because you know Poki.
Who's Tanya?
Tanya, the therapist.
Funny enough, I was thinking of Pokelo. Because I was just trying to think of like group dynamics like that. It's very difficult for, characters like that or people like that to know who their real friends are.
Yeah.
Especially new friends. Because if you're a celebrity or like just a socialite, you have
It's very hard. And so with Tanya and Pokelo, the only reason I know Tanya, now I know Tanya separately, right? Because now she ended up doing her own thing. So now she's a completely different person. But to get to know her, I had to go through Pokelo. You know what I mean? So I do, like, obviously they've been friends for a long time, whatever their relationship dynamic is. But I think, like you're saying, there is that attachment first, and then I become my own person once people know me. So I want to attach myself to you and to your name first.
How do you guys feel about friendship proposals?
What
Do
do you
you do it? Has it happened to you?
Be my friend.
Yeah,
It
when
has
someone comes
happened
and
to
asks
me.
to be your friend.
It happened to me in high school.
Yeah, me
it
too.
happened a lot in high school.
And it was so awkward because at the time it was like this is weird, Doug.
Right?
And I'm the kind of person who, already got, if you're being weird, like, there's no way.
It happened to me also in high school. Quite a lot. Funny enough.
And
For
how
our
did you
group?
respond to those?
Well, we made people cry, remember? Because we
I
said
wasn't
no.
there. I wasn't there.
Because we said no. But like, even minus that particular incident, there were other people that said, hey, do you mind if we sat, right,
together.
And I would be like, yeah, if you want to come sit in the quad with us, feel free, right?
It's
like, it just
a
comes
free
sit.
world, Doug.
Just come, but they would come and say, can we come sit with you? And then obviously in the hopes that like they sit and then they get conversations going. And then I had one person pull me to the side chair, and she was really, really sad because
This was in high school?
yeah, she was really sad. And, you know, I just said to her, like, listen, my friendship group is very different. But I do think just come hang out, see if you like it, see what happens. But I've had people come ask and propose. Never like up post high school, uni. I don't have many friends after.
Because it's weird.
I think my friendships just became friends. Like those that I made after uni, like in uni or after uni, just naturally, just by being in the same spaces. But nobody has then asked me, hey, do you want to be my friend?
Now just thinking about it, I don't think it should be weird though.
What?
To have a friend proposal.
Especially like now that you're older, you have way less friends. So obviously you're trying to make new friends. Like if I'm to be like, okay, this is our friendship group and I want to start traveling or gardening or whatever, I'm going to need to be able to move away from this group and make other friends.
We don't garden.
And how
I can garden.
no, as in like you're a multifaceted person. There's no way you're just gonna hang out with
I
one
can be
group of
everything
friends.
you
We're
want
not
me to
enough.
be.
We're not enough for you.
I can
That's
be
what I'm
everything.
hearing.
You tell me what you want to do.
Anyways,
Painting?
someone who's listening and wants to make friends, I don't think it should be weird for
Okay,
you
how
to
would you
approach
say?
someone.
How would you approach someone?
Weird.
How would you
But that's
approach
what I'm
someone?
saying. I don't think it should be because
Yeah.
when we start making it seem weird, it then means
Becomes
I can't make friends.
No,
How do I make
look,
friends?
You can make friends the same way we made friends. And so did we go to each other and say,
Chido, we were in high school. That's why I'm saying now that you're older, because it's so easy to make friends in high school and
What if
primary
you
school.
join
I see you every day.
What if you just join a gardening group and
But
then
you're not making friends. You're just joining a
speak
group.
to people and then make friends? Okay, but how would you go about it? How would you go about asking someone?
That was going to be my question because I don't think we should make it something that's weird.
Fair.
Because at some point in life you're going to do things away from like your solid friendship group. You're going to want to make other connections. So you can't then
But
say...
that's it. Connections, acquaintances.
But you can make a friend at 30,
Experiences.
Amanda. It's not like
I don't know
you've
about
made,
that.
you've
To
made
be honest.
your...
No, really. Let's talk about what friendship is. Because there's a thing my mom used to say. She's like, look, in life, you can't really have more than like 2 or 3 friends. Or 5. But basically that idea that your friends are a few. And then there's going to be people people who come and go. And I think for me, I sort of believe that. Because like, I can't imagine sitting now and thinking, oh, I'd love to make new friends. Unless something has happened to my friends and it's like, I realize that, oh, I need new friends.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
think
can
about
see
this.
other people, but a friendship status, that's
It's now hard
for me to even then propose and then say, okay.
But my question is like, you can't really equate friendship with like time spent. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
There's
of
some
course.
people you've been friends with for 30 years and you're just like, we're not gelling.
Yeah.
So if you're someone who's had, let's use your mom's example. You're someone who's had 2 friends your whole life. You've been together since high school. You finished school, you were together. And then you realize these people are not really like...
We're not
they're
aligning
Yeah, they're not reflecting how I've grown as a person. And they're not... They might be toxic. There might be these people who want your man or who are copying you. But these are things you didn't notice because you were in high school. You were a kid. So now my thing is, I think you can make friends when you're older. And you can make really good friends when you're older. Like you can make a friend this year who's going to be your ride or die till you're 60. I don't think there's a specific time frame. And I think it would be, personally,
But I think
you can make friends.
Okay, but I'm talking more of like the quality of what a friend is. To me, a friend is more of consistent action that kind of turns into a relationship that defines itself. So, for example, you meet somebody at work or you meet somebody in your adult life who becomes your friend. And to me, when I say someone becomes my friend, it's more of an action-based thing, something that you realize over time to say that, oh, this person is my friend because something happened and they showed up as a friend. Something happens in your life, you start to look at them and see them as a friend.
Yes,
but then
but
to
how
say,
do you
I want
start?
to... You don't propose. Like I said,
So how,
it's a
that's
thing
what
of
I'm saying.
action.
How do you start?
You be a friend
I
to
don't
make
think
a
it's...
friend.
You can't be a friend to someone you don't know.
No, but you see,
That's like
there's a
us
difference
us going
between...
to an event, right? And then I say,
Right.
oh, Amanda.
But
that's
okay,
a proposal.
let's give an example of your work friend, right? You guys become friends because of an exchange that you had, or no, but if that becomes your friend, it will be because of something that happened between the two of you. Either you start doing lunch together, or you do something like that, or you trauma bond or whatever. But then now to meet somebody and then say, oh, you seem nice. Do you want to be my friend? Let's go do something.
I think it starts off.
weird.
I'm agreeing that it starts off as if you want a different interest, you join a group, you speak to people, they eventually become your friend. But to just from nowhere, hide, be my friend, I'm gonna be like, nah, you're weird. I don't want that. That's strange.
I would also
But as we
say
go
that I'm
along,
not
like you
gonna-
keep seeing someone week by week, or you join a Rotary and you see
And
each
they
other,
do friend things.
and then we're friends.
How do you give someone the chance to do friend things with you if you're so closed off and you're saying, I have
No,
three
look,
friends?
for example, right? I'll
you're
give an
taking it too
example of
literal.
myself to say that, like, for example, you guys are my friends, right? I'm hanging out with people that aren't you. For example, I'm at work, I'm hanging out with people that are not you three, obviously.
Gasp.
Duh. But then I'm open. So we're talking, we're sharing stories, we're sharing struggles, not necessarily work struggles, but like we might start, we might realize that, oh, we have something in common. We start sharing, those kind of stories. Oh, this and that and that. I have an issue because I spend most of my time at work, right? If something happens to me while I'm at work, I'm crying, whatever, you come, you comfort me, da 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 da. That's how it grows. Like, it's not to say that you're closed off, right? I'm not closed off. When I say I have 3 friends, I'm not closed off to anybody else. But also, I'm not going to announce to say, "Hi guys, I am ready for a friend proposal." It's
gay.
as Amma was saying, you be gay. As Amma was saying, it's more so like just continuous action. Okay, yes. Then over time, I'll be like, "Yo, you're actually like my friend like that." Like,
How do we get here?
Alrighty.
yeah. Wait,
What's the next
The next toxic
Red
the
flags.
next red flag.
Another one from Instagram. Friends that ghost every time they get a new man or go back to that man.
Like, go back to. You should not talk to me if you go back to that man. Actually, don't. Because when you say that man, that means I specifically said, don't do it. And you still did it. What are you coming to me for now?
But wait, is that a toxic friendship?
Yeah, no, it is.
Okay, wait.
Right?
It
Because
is
there's
in the
only
sense that if you
space.
get a new man,
Yeah, there's
you
only
ghost
space for me when you're
because
single.
you don't give me space to also be happy for you when you are happy.
No,
But then when the person goes back to that man, that's
no,
what I'm-
that man is a problem. But like, if you ghost me when you are dating, and then you come back when
I
you
just don't
broke
have time
up.
for you guys. Like,
Yeah, what does that mean?
like I don't have time for because I'm.
What
hanging out
does
with
that
my
mean?
man.
No, it's fine. But like, when you ghost me, right? That means you're not texting. I'm texting you. You're not responding, right?
Because she's busy texting her man.
You can't multitask. At this big age, you can't text people, 2 people, 3 people at the same time. And worse, because I think for me, I'm so low maintenance that like I'm not giving you work. All I'm saying is hello, hi,
Hey,
how
what's up?
are you?
You good?
Are you okay? Yes, I'm fine. Sharp. I don't need anything else, right? But now I haven't heard from you in 6 months because you were dating. Then you're single again and you think I'm available.
You're like,
no,
oh,
I'm
come on,
not.
let's hang out.
I'm not available because you weren't. Now it's my turn. I'm not. Sorry.
I think for me, the red flag is those friends who have centered men in their lives to the extent that you have a different friend depending on where she is with men in her life. And for me, the red flag would be friends who then literally let you down and drop you for the sake of that man or a man, where it's like literally if you're single, then you have all the time and effort for friendship, but then if not, or if that guy then calls you after we've agreed to do something and then you're gonna drop me because you're gonna go do that.
that would be bad.
To me, that's the red flag. If you like I said, I'm also like Kuda said, I'm also very low maintenance friend. Like it's fine, go do your thing, be happy. But then if it literally changes who you are, to
To everybody
that
else, like, to
situation.
people who are important to you, then
yeah. And then the one who goes back to that man, I've had those friends. But to me,
It's your
I
life.
feel more sad for them than any effect on me per se. But it's just like, girl,
you can do better. I want better for you.
Why?
Just, you know what I've learned is to not trash talk too much, right? Even if I'm comforting you. Like, he did something really bad. They broke up, right? I can say like that was bad and I'm sorry, right? But I can't now, because I'm back in the day, right? I would very much trash him to nothingness, right? I would take all the hate for you, right? Because you are still in your love bubble, you're still heartbroken. So I will take all the hurt and unleash. Then you get back together, and now I'm embarrassed because I've said some real terrible things about this person. And worse if you go back and tell him I said it, right? Because I would then become like, now whenever him and I interact, it's now awkward, right? Because now he knows what I said about him. So I've learned to be like, I'm so sorry, friend. I hope you'll be okay. We will, and I will cheer you on and cheer you up without speaking badly, just in case you decide you want to go back.
But I wouldn't want that.
You don't
What?
want that?
No. I'm just
You wouldn't
thinking
want
like
what?
if I'm the friend, right? I want you to tell me what you think.
You're the
don't
friend
wanna
of the
know
toxic guy.
Yeah. You don't want to know what I think.
I think I'm with Koda on this one.
To
Wait,
say
what?
you'll just be like, okay, do
Because
you?
it then makes it difficult. Like, let's just say it's me and Kuda, right? And I have like a very toxic boyfriend. And I've now come and told Kuda all the things that he's doing to me. And she's picked my side. And then I go back. But she said, don't go back to that man. I can't go back to Kuda now. It's not difficult. Like, we've now
put
like
her in a difficult
it's now a difficult position, and I am also embarrassed myself that I've gone back, and I can't go and
Are you embarrassed?
and speak to her about it, and I can't come back with other stories because now I know Kuda where
will
she
be
stands.
exacerbated.
So I think I would be with Kuda. Just be there for your friend,
Like,
even when
okay,
she's doing really messed up.
Moving mad.
Because at the end of the day, she knows the man she's dealing with. She knows.
Guys, let me tell you. I'm such a loyalist to my friends. And like I've really done some bad things against men. And like I'm so loyal, right? Like I don't care. I don't even care to hear both sides of the story. Your side is the only side that matters.
Yeah.
And if he made you feel, even if like I then hear the other side of the story and I'm like, but my friend
But
was
still
wrong.
still
eh?
that.
But still, no, right? I've done some real bad things. And then
Bad things.
no, I've put hands on people. I've literally put hands on people. I won't lie. I allegedly have put hands on people. But you see, in a situation like that, imagine, and I'll give you an example. There was one friend of mine who came and said her nigga did. Well, she said he put hands, right? And we were at a party. So she said he put hands, so I put hands. He never did it. He didn't do it. But I didn't. I just jumped, flew, and pounced. And then only for people to be like, no, man, that's not what happened.
But also that friend, Iowa, red flag.
No, that was bad. But like,
Because why are you?
and once you know me, you knew
that's
coming
what I'm
to me,
saying.
you knew, and she knew if she told me.
Because that's manipulative to me.
Yeah.
That's manipulative.
That's bad. Please don't come after me. I'm just
That brings up another red flag or whatever. Manipulation. Like friends that manipulate you. What does that even look like now?
You know, I think it'll look something like, Chino, please can I have $10. She just says I don't have $10 right now. And I'm like, Chino, I know you have $10. Please, I really don't have anything. Chino, you know me and you know, like,
You know the situation.
you know the
at home.
situation, you know I really don't have. Chino, please, ask a friend, ask a Nesu for me, please. All I need is $10. Like, and like, I know you have, I'll pay you, I promise you, next paycheck, I will give you. Chino, help me.
Oh my God.
You know what
Why
my
am I
mom's
feeling
been
like
through.
it's real
You know
now?
that, like, you know my dad abused me. You know, like, my ex is not nice. You know that, like, I don't know, whatever. But like, and you know, you have a better job than me. At least you're employed.
I'm stressed.
I'm struggling. You know I'm struggling. You guys know what's happening at work. You guys know we don't get paid. You know, it'll look like that. Like I'll guilt trip you into helping me. I can't just be like, no.
Yeah.
Hectic.
Or let's hang out. And you say, Anissa says I'm busy with school. Like Anissa, I'm really struggling. Mentally, I'm depressed.
Make time for
I'm
me.
depressed and like I don't feel okay. I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself if you don't come out with me. Because I can't be at home by myself.
Just like pray about it.
You see?
For you, baby girl.
Yeah, but like I don't know. It's dark. It's dark here. I'm lonely. I don't know what to do. I don't know what I'm gonna do by myself.
Yeah.
You don't look like that. Also, if you don't have to hire me as an actress.
I just can't even imagine that to be a situation. Like,
Yeah, but people do that.
I know.
And you
I'm
must
just
cut them
thinking,
off.
like,
That's not your friend.
yeah, that's not your friend. Because they're basically using you
Yeah.
under the guise of friendship.
And then
under
you
the
go
guise
out with them after they force you to go out and then they don't even buy their own drink. Now you're stuck with the tab because all they wanted was your money the whole time.
Yo, this sounds very personal. I feel like it's a story time.
No. Is there anything else from Instagram? Or should we?
From
move
Instagram, then there was comparison as well. Comparison.
Just comparison.
It just said
Friends that compare.
comparison. Yeah.
What does that look like?
Friends that compare.
Yeah. Like your car's better than mine.
Maybe like being in constant competition.
Yeah.
Possibly. Because what else does comparison lead to? Competition.
But I think
I
there's
guess that's also
healthy
jealousy.
competition.
I don't know what that means. Can you explain that to me?
Like
Healthy
competition is
competition.
Olympics. If we in a professional sport,
There's nothing
What
like
are
that. I
you doing?
don't believe in that.
healthy competition is chess.
It's chess.
What I mean by
archery.
healthy competition would be something where, let's say, us as a friendship group, we're all doing, let's just say, all doing well at work. And you can see I'm slipping. You can see I'm really struggling.
So
If
then we come to
if
say,
I'm someone who's not competitive, it's like, okay, whatever. Well, I'll continue to slip. But if I'm someone who's like, these are the people who are surrounding me, and I need to also like try and do this. Let me ask Amanda, do you know any jobs I could, let me ask Kuda, do you have any leads for me? That's healthy competition, I would feel. But jealousy is different from competition. Personally, this is my view. I feel like jealousy is different from competition in the sense that I might be with Kuda one day and we're discussing, I don't know, buying a car. And Kuda's like, you've saved up now, you should definitely buy that car. Kuda goes and buys hers. Then I'm like, I need to do better than her. That's not healthy.
Yeah.
But if I'm like, oh yeah, but I've been saving and it's time and I also want to have a car, like my friend, I think that's healthy. Like, I feel like that's your friend pushing you to do better. Whereas jealousy is a bit...
Do I know you're in competition?
Probably, because you're also pushing me to be better.
Okay. Fair enough. So do I say, Anissa, I just bought a new car, I think you need to buy a new car?
And you'll be like, you've been saving. Why have you not reached this goal?
Fair enough.
But whose goal was it?
It was both of us because we planned to buy cars.
That's different from competition.
What is
Competition is I am doing something else and then I see, Kuda's bought a car. And then I suddenly think, oh shit. So I also need to buy a car.
That's jealousy. That's fueled by insecurity and jealousy, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, and for me, those
competition,
two are different.
right? Buying a car, but doing it because you want it to be better than hers. That's jealousy. Where competition comes in. Then what's competition?
Isn't competition like
Competing
one
is
wins, one loses?
Exactly.
Like, there's a winner and a loser in a
That's why I
competition.
said healthy, guys.
But even in a
so
competition,
what
no
happens?
winner and a
So
loser.
maybe let's
So from the
redefine
things
healthy.
I've explained, then give it a
What
word.
is competition?
Yeah, I think let's redefine what you described.
Can I
What
actually
I've described,
tell you?
give it a word.
Synergy.
I hear healthy I hear the term healthy competition all the time.
Synergy.
But what's it like I hear it at work, right? There needs to be healthy competition. And I am like,
What is that?
what does that mean?
It's healthy
right?
for them because
It's
they're
healthy.
saying make more money by competing with
Exactly.
each other and how much money you make.
Yeah.
But it's competition.
It's for me, it's
In a
like
workspace,
the only
it doesn't
person
make
And that's
sense.
toxic in a workspace.
exactly.
All right, let's go to the dictionary. Oxford says competition is the activity or condition of striving to gain or win something by defeating, underline, or establishing superiority over others.
And then what does healthy
You're in
competition
contestation.
mean?
I think it's an oxymoron.
So give it a word.
For me, it's healthy
Competition can't be
if you're in a sport. If it's Manchester United versus Manchester City, that's a healthy competition because it's
So what is it? Because at some point I am lower than you, but I'm aspiring to be like you. Do you get?
Motivation.
Healthy motivation.
I think it's
Can I say
motivation.
It's motivation.
Oh, hi, Sue.
What's good, guys?
Fuck, you were here.
I do agree with understood, like there is healthy competition. It doesn't exist just in sport. I think healthy competition would be more of, it'll have like a motivational aspect to it. It's more like there's some aspirational thing about it. Like,
Yeah,
in the
because I'm
example you
aspiring
gave-
to have a car like
Yeah.
Kuda, but
Better. It's not
no,
competition.
That's why.
You want better.
No, Amanda. I said there's a difference between being jealousy, and this healthy competition. Because
An essential element of competition is establishing
that's why I
superiority.
said give it a name.
Call it something else. What's
Give it
the
a
competition?
name.
You want
Right, we're
Go
trying-
back
okay.
to go back
Healthy
to the Soras.
competition,
Give it a name.
synonym.
outdoing Kuda
No,
in a
but
healthy
it's
way.
not. Outdoing is still an oxymoron.
Okay, I will give you an example. Right. My brother and I had a list of things. Right. Mind you, he's 5 years older than me, so I don't know why he was playing with me. But we had a list of things that we wanted to achieve. Right. Our competition was on time. Right. Who got there first? Right. Basically, that was the Olympics.
Yeah.
Who was going to cross the finish? Who bought the car first? Who bought the stand first? Who got this much first? You know? And then after that, it was like, oh, okay, good job, sharp. But not like, oh, now I need to get a better car. Now that you already got one, I'm going to get a better one. Now that you have this much of money, I'm going to double it. Now, you know, it wasn't like that, but it was like, for ours was not, I want what you have, or you got something, so now I want it. It was just really much like, okay, here's the starting line. This is the goal. Run.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, I guess the health comes from the
Synonyms.
perspective.
But I don't think it's competition.
Synonyms for healthy
This
competition
was-
include friendly rivalry, constructive competition,
Well,
a way to describe competition that encourages improvement, positive rivalry.
You know what? That is not okay.
I'm sticking
Yeah.
to healthy competition.
I think probably a distinguisher that makes sense to me is the perspective you come into it with. Because if it's a thing to say that, okay, we are, you know, the four of us living life, and there's certain milestones that we want to achieve, and we also want them for each other. And if the perspective is that we all need to get here and
Push
we
each
all
other.
want each other to get there, then that's healthy. But then it becomes unhealthy where I want to be the one who has it or who has more of it, to the extent that I'm willing to take away or sabotage the others so that I dominate the competition.
Thank you for joining my table, Amanda. I think you understand now.
We have come.
Okay, so
Together.
the distinction is constant competition is a red flag, but healthy, positive rivalry,
Constructive competition.
constructive competition is a green flag.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, guys, I have one on my list. Yeah, guys, gossiping.
Gossiping.
You know,
I
when
love
you have
good
like
gossip.
a friend and you're very close and you're like basically telling her everything, right? You're telling her your life story and the like. And then instead of her just like keeping it within her chest, she tells other people.
Yeah, that's bad.
That's a red flag.
That is a cut you off right now flag. You got to go. What is deeper than red? Like that is,
Burgundy?
yeah, like it's a very, very dark place that you've entered. Because I think one of the other ones that I also had was where somebody, say she comes to tell me what other people were saying about me, which means you were gossiping about me over there. And then you thought, let me go tell her that Chido said.
To get a one leg up over the other person so that you
Exactly.
don't seem like the gossip.
Because I do think, like, in a friendship group, you are going to gossip. Somebody's going to hear some tea about somebody, right? They're going to bring it back and say, yo, guys, I just saw, or did you hear, or some, right? There's a gossip amongst friends, which is a key, and then it ends there, right? It's also not malicious. It's also not like we're planning someone's downfall, but just like this was very interesting news that I had to share with my close group of friends that stays here.
For me, another red flag is a friend that will gossip about their friends. to you. Because to me, it's like, okay, I'll hear the tea, but girl, if you're doing your friends like that, I'm not telling you
Also,
anything.
Yeah. It's hard being friends with girls. Is this the conclusion? I'm just redeeming it now. It's actually like, it's not easy. So guys, how are you doing it?
Friends with girls.
Yeah, how are you friends with girls?
I think it's an aspect of grace and just managing your expectations when it comes to friendship. Because I don't know, even if I think of the longest friendships that I've had, they've evolved greatly over time. And they've been high points and they've been low points, and then a point of acceptance. I think we're now at that acceptance age where you know, as long as you know that this is a person who has good intentions for you and you try not to take things personally, you know what I mean? And just understand that, oh, you know, everyone has their life, but this is not a person who's malicious towards me or is toxic towards me, then everything else can slide. And when you have ups, you have ups. When you have downs, you know, be there for them as a friend, but also manage your expectations in their lives, I guess. But this is coming from a super low maintenance friend, so maybe that's not healthy.
I think that we, as a friendship group, are people who have quite high self-esteem, right? Somebody said to me the other day that I was healed and mature, and that was the biggest compliment that I've ever received. I said, I don't want to hear you're beautiful ever again. Like, if you're not saying you're healed and mature, I don't want to hear it. Like, nothing will compare. But I think, you get to the point where you're very self-assured, right? That there is no competition. There is no comparison. I know where I'm going. I know where my life is taking me. I know that if somebody else is doing well, it's not taking away from me, right? Even if I'm at a low point, I still feel like things will work out for me, that I don't have to be jealous. I don't, I can even go and say, I want to do the same thing you're doing, girls. Tell me how, right? And not even feel embarrassed about it, right? And I think once you also feel very self-assured, you can build good friendships because your only intention is to build your friendship group with you and not try to take people down.
Yeah.
Right. And I also think evolution is also really important. Like Amma said, you grow together. Right. And I think one of the other red flags I had was girls that don't grow.
Yeah.
Like if you're the same person in high school that you are now at 30, I can't, because I'm not the same person. Right. The way that I think is different. The way that I feel, the way I react to things is also very different. So if you are still the same, it makes it very difficult for us to relate. If you still want us to be out in the club, you won't find me because I'm not an out in the club person. I was 10 years ago, but I'm not anymore, if you're not able to evolve and also to meet people where they are now and grow with them, then I think your relationship don't work. So I think keeping the circle small, because then you're not evolving with a lot of people. You deal with the 4 that you got.
Ma'am?
Yeah, I do agree with Koda. I think it's difficult being in friendship groups, female friendship groups, if you're someone you haven't figured yourself out yet. So that's when you then become jealous of other people and where they are. That's when you're envious of people's husbands. I feel like, and that's where you're just insecure. You actually don't know who you are. So it's then difficult to be in a space with other women. I think that's why it's difficult. If you're someone who's okay, I know who I am now, I've got these goals, I'd like to surround myself with the same like-minded people, you are then able to make better relationships. Actually, going back to just friendship proposals and whatever, I feel like we don't put as much emphasis into friendships the way we do with relationships. In the sense that if I'm meeting someone new, some guy, I'm very cooperative. I want to discuss things with them. I want to understand them. I want to know, okay, you ghosted me this time. Why did you ghost me? Let's work it out. Let's move on. Let's whatever. But with our friends, we're so
Quick.
Like if Kuda doesn't respond to me this week, she's a bad friend, but she might be going through something. So I think, yeah, just going back to knowing yourself and all of that. When Kuda has disappeared, you won't take it personally. You'll be thinking, okay, what's wrong with my friend? Maybe right now I can't talk to her, but I'll try and speak to her later on when she's been through the rough patch or whatever. But if you're someone who's insecure and all of these, you've seen Kuda's gone out with other people, you're like, she's replaced me. How could she replace me? So yeah, start with yourself. If you're feeling like you have bad friends, look within and think, what have I been doing that surrounds me with these people? Because you attract.
What am I attracting?
What are you attracting? And if you see that, okay, this is what I'm attracting and I don't want it anymore, then going back to my making friends thing, I think you should move away from those people, even if you're 30, even if you're 40, and find proper people to surround yourself with. Yeah.
Period. And that's on period. Sorry.